Hello, hello. We're going to be doing a tarot deck review. This is going to be the Stranger Things deck, and the reason I am doing this and starting this as a new series on my channel is because I really slept on this deck the first time I got it, and then I even said in previous readings that I didn't really like certain things about this deck. And, I think this deck needs a full review. I'm Witch Bitch Tina. Let's get started. We got Stranger Things Tarot deck and guidebook. I'll show you that briefly. This is Insight Editions. I believe I got this at Barnes & Noble. I like that the side looks like a DVD. A DVD? Oh my god. No, it looks like a VHS. Casey Gilly is written by illustration Sandor. Szalay? Sure. And this one was $29.90. I left the sticker on here because lazy. Which I think the box is cool, but I don't use it. And then we have the guidebook here, which I like that the major arcana is big, it's in color, it shows you a picture of it. And then, ooh, hold on. Even the same with the minor arcana, it still shows the picture, and I like that it's in color, because, you get some guidebooks that they won't have the color, and I'm like, ugh, I want to see it. But we got some cool Easter eggs on here. We got the Mind Flayer right here, and then the Demogorgon down here. And I like that this is all like the energy, and then this is the I don't know, it just feels like the energy of the upside down, and I think that's cool. But you're going to notice as I go through these cards that some of these are out of place, or it'll seem like I skipped over some. This kind of looks like the Mind Flayer to me. But some of these are at the back of the deck because I have some interesting points that I wanted to point out for you. And I always think the moon in this one looks just really cool. Fireworks. It is summer here where I'm at. Why are you wearing a jacket? Because it's cold in my house. Which I think that's cool. I love that they added that. The portal. This devil card just looks sickly, doesn't it? Like, ugh. Damn. Barb. And I like that it shows, like, the scenes, Like, this is season 1. This is season, I don't remember which one, but where Nancy is working at that, a newspaper company or journalism, whatever the fuck it was. Who are your guys' favorite characters? I really like Steve. I did not like him at first, but, he grows on you. I hope he lives. I hope he lives and makes it to the next, or to the end, really. Season 5 is not out yet at the time I'm filming this. And see, I like that it looks like the Mind Flayer again. Because then, see? It's got that same little head cone. Oh, food. Honestly, I really love these cards because the carnival just looks so fun. Yeah, but I think at first I said, oh, and look, you can still see the alphabet in the back with Joyce's string lights. Early L with the upside down. Wait, favorite characters, guys, tell me. Tell me who your favorite characters are if you've seen Stranger Things. Here there be monsters, that's what the flag says. It's a drawing of Bob. Okay, but so a few things I wanted to point out was that I didn't like when I was first doing this, or working with this deck, I did not like that there's so many like similar elements and like just the wood. There's just wood tables everywhere. But I've had a change of heart. I think it really helped that I went back and I rewatched the show. Argyle looks like he's like living the dream, floating in pizza. The strands are the wands cards. See, and I like this. Hold on. Where is she? Let me go back. Oh my god. Here we go. Okay. I like that the Ten of Wands shows you the start of Joyce, like, and her hardships trying to find Will. And then I like that the Empress card is already like, it's already been written. She's getting very close to finding Will, and she's, you know, I just think like the little things about it like that just really make this deck. I think I just did not appreciate that the first time I was like working with this. I love the colors. I love the blue. The bluish green, and then like you got more color down here. But really though, I think going back and rewatching it, everything just clicked. I was like, oh shit, I have really been sleeping on this deck. Ooh. And I like that you can still see some of the background. Like, because this looks like it would be part of the upside down. This could be either maybe the school or the Papa's facility. Which I think is cool. Oh, and then onto the cups cards. I like that. So my thing was when it had like repeating background or similar background, I thought that was like kind of a cheap move. I don't want to say cheap, I guess, but like I just thought it was cutting corners a bit, you know, just, oh, we're going to use the same background, but I feel like it tells the story though. Now I feel like it tells the story, and I'm like, oh. I just feel my first initial judgments were wrong. That says 10 of spokes on the bottom of the paper here. See, and then I like that this feels so dreamy. This card always feels so lonely to me. And then the Seven of Cups is like totally different. We got the blue, we got the pink clouds. What was his name again? I don't remember. But he just looks like he's having the time of his life. And I like that with the Hierophant card, it's Murray. Ooh. Sharing the same scenes. And then, like, I know that this is hopscotch, but this always looks like a rune to me. I believe that's supposed to be the number 4. 4, yeah, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be 4, but I like that it looks like that because it does look like it's a rune. And, like, some of these you'll find that this spoke is in other cards, like the Queen of Cups. And then we have this was one of my biggest issues, and sometimes I feel like I have a problem with it, but other times I don't. So the Ace of Swords has a D20 on it. In Dungeons and Dragons, or D&D, the best number you can get is the 20. And I didn't like that in the upright version of this card, it shows, it's like, oh yeah, we got the victory, but then it shows the 1, because I just felt like that was conflicting. But when you flip it upside down, I feel like I kind of got over my issue with that, because when you flip it upside down, I feel like it's a double impact for that, natural 1. But I just thought, I think my first judgment when I saw this card was, it's D&D. Why would it show a 1 on the D20 when it should be a 20 for the Ace of Swords? But I don't know, in the reverse, I like that. Ooh, and then we have, I like the swords because it has the whole theme of D&D, which I think was, a big part of the show. And we've got the mini bases. This looks like it's definitely from their game. I'm going to assume probably their the campaign that they're working on at the start of season 1. I just think it's cool. See? And then if you know anything about D&D, we got the little hut or the tent for short rest or long rest. Blue. I love the blues in this card. At first, my biggest problem with this deck was that it's very heavy on the tans, the yellows, the oranges. I was fine with the red. Especially because, some of it looks like pink. Some of it has, purple, or, blue flecks like that. See, and then we got the Mind Flayer again, which I just think is cool. And I like that he's on the mini base, because it, in a way, I feel like it makes it not so scary, not so, because if you've seen the show, he's, fucking huge, dude. It just makes him not so monster-like. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. Got my hands all over this. My other problem was, when I first got this deck, I wasn't really clicking with the the pentacles because it was just all ice cream. I don't really like ice cream, so I was just like, what the fuck? I just didn't really like it. And then rewatching the show, I was like, no, I have to like put my mind in the place of you know, like kids back in that time. New mall, we got an ice cream shop with, I'm assuming, cheap prices because the 80s, why not, dude? And I just didn't, I think also the other thing I didn't like is the repeating things, like we got the same table, we got the same background. I just didn't like that. And I was just like, oh, the only thing that's changing is the ice cream, which this is my favorite ice cream. I mean, this one just looks so good. But, you know, it makes sense because it's Steve's character arc, or his career arc. And then we have a little scene change up here. That's stacked. I would never eat this much ice cream. Never, ever. Ooh, oh my god, hold on. I love this card because I feel like it really highlights, like this down here. The Three of Pentacles, you know, the hard work, and just, I just feel like it just ties it together nicely. Like the fruits of my labor. And I like this one too because, you know, that scene in oh, what is it? I think it's season 4, right? Where Erica's like, oh, I'll help you, but you're gonna give me free ice cream. And then we got the cash register with the no dollar amount. And then we got Robin with her cracking the code, the Russian code back here. I don't know. I just felt like at the time, I didn't like that the beginning of the suits are all the same. It's got the same background, and it's just the big suits that have the change in the background, or the biggest change in the background. But, you know, it makes sense. I think it thematically, it makes sense. Like the cups, it's cloudy skies, they're out in the open. We got the bikes. Ooh, okay. This one I put aside because I love the transition between the Will Byers cards. I like that the Fool is beginning Will, getting lost, or wandering into the Upside Down, which I think is cool. And then we got Will here on a mini base, sorry. I think it, like, especially at this point in the show, it makes it feel like he's, I don't know. I think that this card just really highlights that Will is a major player in the game. In the show, sorry. And then this one, the Hanged Man card. I feel like Will has, sometimes when I read this card, it feels like Will has the power in the card, and other times it feels like he doesn't. It just depends on the read, but I like that aspect. I like that he's in the Upside Down, and it's just, you can just feel all of it centered around him. And then I love this one. Billy. Okay, so I like the little Easter eggs in this. I like that you have childhood Billy back here. And then you have adult Billy here. And I just always feel like when this card comes in the upright, it feels like Billy protecting his younger self, and I just think that's cool. I just think there's a lot of like cool things about this deck that I missed the first time or did not appreciate. Sorry, let me change my wording there. That I did not appreciate the first time when I got this deck. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I feel differently. I don't agree with my original assessment. But let me know what you guys think. Do you like this deck? Am I moving at the right pace? Should I move faster? Tell me who your favorite characters are. Predictions. Who's gonna live? Who's gonna die? Season 5. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry if Steve dies. I don't know what it is about Steve that I'm like, damn. I think it's his character growth arc that I'm like, ah, yes, finally. Finally, you're not an ass. But tell me you guys' thoughts. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.